Hey everyone, it's been a while, over a year actually, since I've pretty much uploaded anything. Life got a little busy, bought a house, got married, just had to deal with the usual stress of, life itself. I've gone back and forth whether or not I wanted to return to YouTube. For a while there, I just didn't really have the drive, but not gonna lie, after seeing this announcement of Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight from Gamescom, I just knew I had to talk about it. So today, let's go over what was revealed, why I'm hyped for it, and the things I really hope to make it into this game. So yeah, I'm a little late to the party in this one. I still can't believe this game's actually getting announced and being made. The last few years of superhero gaming has been a bit of a roller coaster with, Marvel's Wolverine being revealed way back in, I think, 2021. We haven't heard a single update since. Suicide Squad, came and went. And Gotham Knights, while I actually enjoyed it quite a lot, it did die with support within, I believe, it was just a little under a year. And then, of course, we lost both Monolith's Wonder Woman game and EA's Black Panther. But at least Marvel Rivals has been a bright spot. Even though I haven't played much since Season 1, it's still cool to see Marvel games thriving in that sense. But today is about our Dark Knight. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight was revealed at Gamescom last week. And ever since the trailer dropped, this thing's been living in my head pretty much rent-free. It honestly looks like the Batman game I've always wanted. Like if you took the best parts of Arkham Knight and Lego Batman 2 and you just mash them together. We already know Batman's rocking 30 plus suits according to some of the game developers. I've also heard 100. I don't know which one is accurate, but it's definitely more than Arkham Knight's, I think, 21 or 22 base suit roster for Batman, unless you modded the hell out of it like I did. And then the Batmobile and Batcycle are both here, and apparently with every version from this film and TV, the story mode alone has 7 playable confirmed characters. We got Batman, Gordon, Robin, who I'm actually really hyped for story-wise, Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman, and even Talia al Ghul herself. Gotham itself looks massive, bigger than both Arkham Knight and Gotham Knights, and the trailer makes it clear that this game is diving into Batman's entire career, blending film and moments, comic storylines. We even got a Batman Begins style training, a Zero-Year inspired Red Hood fight with the Pattinson suit, Ledger's Joker, Tom Hardy's Bane, and even Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze.
Louder, come on, sing, come on! Yes, come on, louder!
It really feels like this game is going to have it all, but there are still a few things I'm hoping TT Games adds that we haven't seen yet. So, let's dive into my wish list. After replaying some of the old Lego Batman games on my PC, one thought that kept popping into my head was I really hope that this game gives us more than just the Batmobile and Batcycle. Don't get me wrong, I love those vehicles to death, but there's something about having, the other vehicles that are from Batman's history and give them another spot to shine. For example, the Batwing and Batboat are at the top of my list. My love for those started way back with Batman Forever. My siblings and I wore out our VHS copy watching it so many times. And the ending where Batman and Robin head to Riddler's lair, they're both on the Batwing and the Batboat, stuck with me forever. Of course, I later came to appreciate the 89 Batwing parade scene and the Batboat from Batman Returns. But Forever is where it all began for me. If TT Games really wants Gotham to feel massive, and especially if we're getting Batcave customization, then having some of these extra vehicles would make the world feel complete. Even if we only got one version of each, it'd be amazing. And if we want to go further, add the Bat from The Dark Knight Rises. That vehicle would be incredible fly around in Gotham. The Batcopter is also another classic one that deserves some love. And Robin, Nightwing, and Batgirl, I believe, they all have their own set of vehicles in the comics and past games. So giving them something unique to drive or fly, or I guess you drive a boat, but it makes sense. Plus, since Gordon's a playable character, he looks like he's gonna have his own police car, I think armored truck, along some other vehicles. It would just feel natural, to add a GCPD copter or other police vehicles to round things out. In short, Gotham shouldn't just belong to the Batmobile and Batcycle. It should feel alive with all of Batman's legendary rides. Alright, this one might be a bit of a reach. Well, maybe 2 or 3 reaches actually, but hear me out. We already know Robin and Nightwing are confirmed for the story. The game director even said in an interview with Xbox On that Dick Grayson is going to start as Robin, we're going to see his comic book origin, and then eventually he'll become Nightwing. That alone's got me pretty hyped, not gonna lie. because no Batman game has really taken us from a 0-year Batman all the way to the experienced Dark Knight, while also letting us to see Grayson's full journey from Robin to Nightwing. But here's my big question. Once Dick becomes Nightwing, who takes up the mantle of Robin? My best guess is Damian Wayne, similar to how he plays in the DC AMU movies with Talia, confirmed as a playable character, and then her eventual play in Dark Knight Rises. It kind of lines up, I think. Still, my wish list goes beyond that. I'd love to see Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and even Carrie Kelly if the game decides to adapt The Dark Knight Returns some way or another. Gameplay wise, they could all work the same as Robin, but it'd be pretty cool if Damian got the sword. You could probably give Jason and Tim staffs, but then you can give Carrie her slingshot. And if Jason Todd is included, this is kind of a personal hope of mine, but I really hope we get the chance to see him become the Red Hood and somehow maybe adapt Death in the Family. And on top of that, the devs already confirmed Robin will have alternate costumes, so if the Batcave is fully customizable, including suit displays, you can bet I'll be putting one Robin costume on display in my Batcave to kind of recreate the Jason Todd memorial that you see from the comics and in the movie Under the Red Hood. To wrap this video up, my final wish for LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is for the game to explore the future of Batman, or maybe should I say the Batmen. The devs have said we'll see this Batman reach legend status, and for me, this immediately makes me think of The Dark Knight Returns. Now, they might blend that with the Dark Knight Rises movie story, give us an older, worn-down Batman going up against a younger, faster Bane. And that could be a really interesting twist, especially if instead of John Robin Blake, we get Nightwing or even Damian Wayne by his side. But if they go full-blown Dark Knight Returns, the thing I want the most, and I'm sure this might, get some people a little angry, I want to see a Batman vs Superman boss fight. Love it or hate it, BVS is part of the Batman film legacy. Personally, I enjoy the movie, and I'm a huge Superman fan. I also enjoy James Gunn's movie, so proof that you can actually, like both versions of Superman. I'd love to see that clash adapted here. To keep it safe, just use the comic suit with the trunks. No need to adapt, Corn Sweat or the Cavill design. Let's just play it safe. Let's not make anybody angry here. But while we're talking about the future, I can't leave out my boy Terry McGinnis. Batman Beyond deserves some love, even if it's just an epilogue style mission like the one we saw in the Batman 66 bonus mission from LEGO Batman 3. It'd be amazing. Based on the suit silhouettes we've already seen in gameplay, it looks like there's a capeless option locked away, and if that ends up being the Batman Beyond suit, I'll be over the moon if they add it. Bonus points if they get the original actor to voice Terry. I've also wondered, ever since, this is just something I've always wondered, like in terms of comics and shows, but I've always wondered how a Dark Knight Returns style Bruce could naturally evolve into a Batman Beyond version of Bruce. That middle point when he retires, unretires, and has to retire again. I think connecting those two older points in Batman's life would be a pretty incredible story arc, and this game just feels like the perfect place to explore that. And that's going to wrap up my wish list for LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Honestly, can't remember the last time I felt this excited for a video game, let alone a Batman video game, and just be able to sit down and make a video again. It feels really good. If you enjoyed this video, just let me know in the comments what you're most excited for. Whether it's a suit, villain, a vehicle, or even a story arc that you really hope gets adapted. For me, again, I really hope Under the Red Hood gets adapted, and I'd love to hear your ideas and keep this conversation going in the comments. Since this is my first video back, I just want to say thank you to everyone who stuck around. I'm planning to do more videos like this, covering whether it's games, comics, or the movies that are out there, and just the stuff I honestly love talking about. So if that's your thing, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I know, stay tuned to see what's next. This has been Preston from the 126th, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!